Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of XVC Tech Insights. I'm Aneri Merchant and your host and investment manager at XVC Tech. XVC Tech is a $125 million venture capital arm of the XDC blockchain network, investing in early stage Web3 projects. With every episode, we bring together top tier VCs, successful founders and industry experts to help you gain valuable insights to help you grow, build and scale sustainably. My guest for today is Mr. Vimal, who is the co-founder of CoinSwitch, one of the leading crypto exchanges in India with over 20 million users. In this episode of XVC Tech, we will talk about the journey of CoinSwitch, how it has progressed from being an early stage project to a crypto unicorn, what are the challenges and learnings that Mr. Vimal had over his journey of the last few years, and of course a lot of fundraising and other insights for the budding founders tuning into our podcast. So let's get started with Mr. Vimal. Thank you for being a part of the podcast. It's an extreme pleasure to host you today.
Thank you for having me here.
So let's start with a brief introduction of CoinSwitch. Not many know that CoinSwitch actually started way back in 2017 as a hackathon where the founders who are the founders today actually created a crypto aggregator to match users with the best exchange rates. And over a period of time, they actually saw a gap in the market for an India-focused and a user-friendly cryptocurrency platform in India. So, Mr. Vimal, can you take us through your professional journey and what made CoinSwitch the unicorn that it is today?
A brief about myself. I'm a computer science engineer, graduated in 2011. After that, I have worked for companies like Accenture, Zynga. In Zynga, I was heading the tech for Farmville 2, which used to be their flagship game. After that, we started CoinSwitch. CoinSwitch is started by three friends, Ashish, Govind and me. We all come from tech and product background. We have all worked on solving user problems. So CoinSwitch also started as a hackathon idea that, understanding blockchain is very difficult. Now, let's say suppose if you want to onboard a retail user, it will be very difficult, right? So how can we simplify? So in the earlier version of CoinSwitch, when we started in 2017, it was a search and discovery platform for the users. And when the opportunity came to India, when the Supreme Court revoked the banking ban in 2020, we came to the Indian market with the idea that we have to create a wealth tech product, a crypto investment product for the Indian users where they can invest and get the benefit from. So we had a challenge. The challenge was that let's say, if you think about retail users, the trading is very difficult for them to understand. They can't understand order book, they can't understand chart. Also, the whole concept of blockchain was also very tricky for the normal retail user to understand. So we decided, okay, what is the benchmark for a good and easy product for the users? So the one thing which everybody was using around was a food app where they can order food. How it works? You just need to pay a money and in single tap you can order the food and the food comes to you. So we thought that we can build a similar experience on our platform, and so we decided we have to build a platform like Swiggy, very easy to use. And the narrative came that why this platform, because we have built a similar experience for the user where in one single click they can buy or sell cryptos. We have abstracted the complexity of the blockchain, we have abstracted the complexity of trading, and very simple user experience they got. Also, we had made sure that the friction of onboarding is also very minimal. So we made sure that anybody who want to trade on our platform should be able to do with just 100 rupees. So if someone says, okay, I don't understand crypto, I don't understand blockchain, I don't want to invest, we just said, okay, it's just 100 rupees, please give it a try. If it works for you, please use it further. If does not, then you can learn and come again, right?
So that's very inspiring to hear how a journey of 3 friends who were actually together in school and college has actually gone into a very large journey of having founded your own venture. And it's also very inspiring to hear that, you know, you've actually listened to the voices of the users, that what they require is something very simple, that a simple UI UX, easy to understand, easy to use product. So I see that you've gone through a lot of challenges, but what would you say are your learnings over the last 7 years of operating such a large business?
See, the major challenge in running any crypto platform or service in India is basically people, it has a negative perception, right? People say that it is not a good product, the crypto technology itself is not good, lot of bad thing happens through crypto. The major challenge was convince those people, no, crypto can be helpful to create a positive impact on the user, positive impact on the country and the economy as well. So the whole period of time there were multiple aspects, building a platform, onboarding users, help them grow their money, and parallel the one challenge was that educate them throughout their journey, okay, how the platform is good and how can they can get benefited from the whole crypto ecosystem.
So CoinSwitch currently is operating in India, which is actually a very huge market, and it is very lucrative in terms of users, in terms of traction. But having said that, it also comes with a very high competition. So just curious to understand, how does CoinSwitch position itself differently from the other crypto exchanges in India, and how does it plan to get the biggest market pie?
Yes, good question. So basically, what we do differently is CoinSwitch, we always listen to our user, right? When we started CoinSwitch India platform in 2020, it was mostly focused for retail users. Retail user who does not understand blockchain, who does not understand crypto, how we can provide a seamless trading experience or seamless investment experience to them. But over the period of time, user also graduates in their journey. They also require, okay, now I want a good trading platform. So we have also evolved our system over the period of time. Now we have, earlier we used to have CoinSwitch app, but now we have a CoinSwitch Pro platform where anybody who understands trading, they can go and trade directly. We have platform like Smart Invest where people can, even though without knowing details of coding and technicals, they can trade using Smart Invest. Now we have recently launched another platform called CoinSwitch Alpha, which is for HNI, because we think that after retail, the next big moment will happen for the HNIs and the institution who are very skeptic about crypto earlier, but now since the this is taking a positive momentum, yes, they will also get onboarded. Right. So we are working to onboard them as well.
Right. I think this is very interesting what you mentioned in terms of the different products that CoinSwitch is actually catering to different sets of users like retail, HNIs, institutions. So you're catering to a very large market, which actually brings me to my next question, that you have raised around $260 million in Series C funding from some really notable investors like Coinbase, A16Z and Sequoia Capital. So how has this strategic investment define the long-term vision of CoinSwitch, and how have these investors helped you in terms of any kind of guidance post the investment?
Definitely. So we got investment from any market investor you can name in the world. Andreessen Horowitz, we were the first investment of an Andreessen Horowitz in India. Coinbase, Ribbit, Sequoia, who put a bet on us in the very early days when nobody was knowing about us, and Tiger, right? So definitely these investment help us in grow, defining our strategic moves, and they help build a better product.
Right. So now that we've spoken about how you have raised investment, let's take a step back. You have also launched your own venture arm called CoinSwitch Ventures, which invests in early stage Web3 projects. So what is your investment thesis for CoinSwitch Ventures, and what advice do you have for founders who are looking to raise capital right now?
Yes. So on the investment thesis per se, how we started Web3 Discovery Fund. Basically, we want to help early stage founders who had a good vision to build something amazing in Web3. So we launched this in 2022, and since then we have invested in over 25 companies so far. So we generally invest in early stage startup, and early stage companies may pivot, their ideas may change. So we don't focus much on what they are building currently. We focus more on who is building. We focus more on the founders, what they have done what they have done in past, and what is the intent on with which they are building. Also, we work with a network of over 150 VCs. So any kind of investment which we evaluate, we also pass it to our network of investors so that they can also evaluate and they can also invest. So we have invested 25 companies so far, and we have helped those companies raise over $30 million through our partner networks. Wow. So we help them grow along with us.
That's very interesting. I think we adopt a similar approach to what we actually do at XVC Tech in terms of getting all investors together, organizing demo days, and then helping the portfolio projects grow and raise more capital. So now, as we know, CoinSwitch operates in a very regulatory and strict environment like India. Now, if we go back to 2018, the India RBI's approach was very strict. They had actually banned the banks from doing any kind of cryptocurrency transactions. But now with the Ministry of Finance actually recognizing crypto as an asset class and taxing those gains, I think we've come a very long way, but of course there's a much longer way that we need to go. And India's participation in the G20 has also some hope for a more structured approach. Now, regarding these ever-changing dynamics, how does CoinSwitch adapt to these regulatory environments, and how do you ensure that you are always compliant with the regulations of the land?
When we started CoinSwitch, we made sure that the KYC and other compliance practices are stringent from the day one itself. We always used to ask user KYC details. We always have some backend checks like who is trader, what is the source of their money and all. So when the guidelines came in March 2023, it was very easy for us to follow those guidelines because we were compliant with almost most of the guidelines what is issued by the Finance Ministry and Financial Intelligence Unit of India. Last year when the FATF mutual evaluation for India was going on, FATF has given a very good comment on the VASP industry of India. They said that Indian VASP industry has a very nuanced understanding of the sector. So this is a good thing for the crypto industry in India because they have followed those practices since the beginnings. That was the reason we were able to follow all the mandate issued by them very easily without any much hassle.
Right. Okay. So in terms of crypto, since we are talking about regulations, why does regulation come in is because, you know, there's always a lot of security issues surrounding crypto. So there have been multiple hacks in the past which have actually wiped out user funds and in some cases wiped out the entire net worth of an individual. So how does CoinSwitch ensure that their user funds are very safe and the users don't need to worry that, hey, if I've invested in CoinSwitch, I can sleep peacefully at night? So how does CoinSwitch ensure that this is taken care of?
Yes. So we follow very stringent security practices since the beginning because we are managing user fund on behalf of somebody else. So this is our responsibility to make sure that we are giving our 200% to secure those assets. There are multiple aspects to it. First is like we are ISO compliant. Second aspect is how are you managing the fund. So we work with the custody service provider who are the renowned in the world, right? They are handling like large number of assets across the globe. After that, we work with the multi-party computation. So whatever fund we are stored, whatever wallet services we use are work on the MPC technology, which is which is the safest technology as on date to manage crypto assets. After that, we have a multiple like approval mechanism, stringent approval mechanism before any fund flow happen from our wallets. After that, we follow a very robust risk management practices as well, because as you said in the beginning, CoinSwitch is basically an aggregator of crypto platforms, right? So we have to keep our asset to some other third-party exchange to make sure that we are facilitating trading for our users. To ensure that we have built our risk management services so that any given point we are not exposing more than 5% of our user fund to the third party asset. So 95% of the funds are there in our cold wallet, and only 5% funds are there in the some third party platforms. So this is how we ensure the safety of our user funds.
So that's a very comprehensive strategy that you've actually adopted to take care of any kind of fraud or any kind of hack risk, and basically to mitigate all the risks that have been associated with it. Which brings me to my next question. We recently actually had a exchange that was hacked, and CoinSwitch has actually started a new initiative called CoinSwitch Cares. So can you take us a little bit more into why did you introduce this initiative, and what is your vision for the future?
Yes, CoinSwitch Care is an 600 crore recovery program for the users who has lost their money in the Ali's cyber attack, which has happened on WebTree in July 2024. This program helps user to recoup some of their losses through us. Basically how it works, and also this provides an opportunity for the Indian crypto community to grow further, and the user can basically recover their losses, and they can come to the market again with a confidence. So how it works basically is anybody who has lost their money on WebTree Ali cyber attack, they can come to our CoinSwitch Cares portal, they can log in, and they can upload the WebTree statement. After that, the system will tell you how much recovery we can do. Once you get to know this information, you can start depositing to fund or on platform, and we will start crediting the rewards to you. The rewards can come to multiple format, like the assured sign up bonus. Like if you have signed up and you have deposited some X amount of money, whatever you can deposit, you will get an assured reward. After that, whatever deposit we are receiving through the CoinSwitch Care program and the trading happens on the platform, we are going to redistribute all the trading fee we are going to earn. And after that, if anybody refers on this platform to any of their known people, they can get reward on the referral basis as well. So as per our calculation, people should be able to recover up to 100% of their losses through this program.
So this is actually what you mentioned previously, that you always listen to users and you try to solve their problems and their pain points. So I think CoinSwitch Cares is actually an extension of what you believe in. Yes. At CoinSwitch. So that is really very inspiring to hear. Now, crypto as an asset class is recently gaining a lot of momentum. But let's be very frank, there's a significant learning curve to actually get to know more about crypto, more about blockchain, more about Web3, and sometimes all these words are very confusing, right, to someone who doesn't know anything about crypto. But there's definitely a lot of growing interest in terms of digital assets. So CoinSwitch has recently introduced a new wealth tech platform to bridge the gap and drive financial inclusion in India. So can you talk a little bit more about it, and also if how are you bridging the financial literacy to someone who is completely new to crypto, and how are you getting them download, register and trade on the app?
Yes. So basically awareness about crypto is not only a problem for the end user who is going to invest. We see as a challenge for the whole ecosystem. right? Who all the part of the crypto ecosystem? People who are using the product, the law enforcement, the regulators who are building the policies, and people who are building for the ecosystem. So we think that if we want to grow in India, the whole ecosystem should grow. For that, we have created a separate program for each segment, like for traders. We do a lot of sessions, the community education event. Over the last year, we have done over 35 learning sessions for the community. Parallelly, we have done a lot of sessions with the law enforcement. Like we have done over 10 to 12 sessions with the law enforcement agency. We go and educate them how crypto works. If you get a case on crypto, how you should be handling it. We work with a lot of regulators as well. And also people who are building. For the people who are building, we have a program called Web3 Discovery Fund, where we provide a mentorship along with the funding to the users, to the founders who are building.
Wow, that's very interesting. So you actually adopt a very hands-on approach through different programs and different initiatives in order to drive financial inclusion in India, and also to get user adoption. So that's very interesting. Now, since we are talking more about user growth, adoption, there's also a lot of relevance of blockchain in our daily lives. And this is actually growing as we speak. So how do you see, say, a blockchain like XVC network, which is a layer 1, driving mainstream adoption, either in the institutional use case, retail, or just in our everyday lives?
So basically, blockchain, if you see, has a 3 major aspect, or you can see 3 major use case. First use case is about ownership and the transaction. Like DeFi could be a good example, where if you own the fund, you can go and transact anywhere in the world, right? And you have the complete trail of the transaction, what is happening. The second aspect is how are we managing the assets. Like we are having tokenization of asset could be a good example, like a real world asset can be tokenized on the blockchain. And the third aspect is how are we managing the data, managing the creating the complete trade on the supply chain ecosystem. Like you are connecting to the person who is building the product, and till the product reaches to the retail user. You have the complete visibility throughout the trail. These are the 3 opportunities where blockchain can help. As of today, the more focus is on the trading part. DeFi is currently growing, but in the coming years, I'm very hopeful that other use cases will also emerge, and it will increase the adoption of blockchain and Web3.
Thank you, Vimal. This was actually a very insightful conversation talking about CoinSwitch journey, the regulatory hurdles in India, and also about your idea of the Web3. Now let's get a little bit more into a fun segment, which is a rapid fire question. So I'll ask you one question each, and you'll just have to reply in one word.
Sure.
And so are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so one word to describe the future of crypto in India.
Bright.
Most exciting crypto use case beyond trading?
I think DeFi.
Okay. Regulations, do you think this is a challenge or an opportunity?
Opportunity.
One piece of advice for the first time crypto founders?
I think figure out a use case and start building on it.
100%. I completely agree to this one. If not crypto, what other industry would you be working in right now?
Media or gaming.
Your proudest moment at CoinSwitch?
When we hit first 1 million users.
First 1 million, that's always something very close to you. What has been your biggest lesson from building a crypto exchange?
I think a lot of problems will come throughout the way, but if you are working consistently, you should be able to figure out a way forward.
That's very good. And crypto winter or the bull run, what do you think is your favorite?
bull run is exciting, but winters gives an opportunity to build.
So winter is when you actually build, and bull run is actually when you capitalize on your
Yes.
this. Thank you so much, Vimal. So before we wrap up our podcast, is there any piece of advice or any kind of message that you would like to give to budding entrepreneurs who are listening to our podcast? And I'm sure they would love to hear some last words from you.
Yes. So basically, this is just the beginning of crypto. If anybody see that crypto has reached to like a 3 trillion market cap or something, no. I feel this is just the day zero for crypto, and there is a long way to go. And I think a lot of people should come in the Web3 industry and start building. Everything which we see in the normal world will be there on the blockchain and crypto in coming years. It's for you to come and grab that opportunity.
Wow, that's a good piece of advice from Mr. Vimal to all the audience listening to us. And before we sign off, we'll put the links of CoinSwitch where you can follow them in our comment section below. Please do like, share and subscribe to CoinSwitch's social media account. And for all the XVC Tech users, thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast. We'll see you next week with a different set of guests. Till then, keep building, keep innovating. Signing off.